Hello and welcome to another video from nzara.com. In today's video, we will be looking at the sales quotation or quote builder Excel template. You can use this template to create quotations or quotes that you can provide to your customers, informing them about how much it'll cost for those products and services to the customer. And this quotation can then become a sale later, but initially you need to send a quotation to your customer. So you can use this template to create those quotations all from one Excel file, and you can also create any number of quotes and store it all into the same Excel file. So this template is available for free from nzara.com. In this video, I will actually take a tour of this template and explain to you how you can generate quotations also using this template. Now let's get started. Now, what I have here is the settings sheet. This is where we begin by entering the basic business information about our business. So we can enter the name, the addresses, the tagline, and then the contact information about our business. And in the settings sheet, I've also provided some tips on how to initially set up and the benefits of this template. And now let's go on to the second step is to enter the product information. I have already entered a few items in our product list. And again, if in your case, you will start from entering your own product list. And then if you have to enter more, for example, I can go 12. And now I expand my product list here by just typing in a number and hitting tab. Now you're extending your product list. You can have any number of products in this file. If I want to delete this product, I right click and I go delete table rows. So that's it. Now, this is how I can manage all my product name, description, and the price of the product, as well as how what's the unit of measurement. You can also set whether a product is taxable or not. If you set them as no, for example, I've set this one to be no, then the template will know that it should not apply tax to that specific product when it comes to the quotation. And then you can also have additional fields. You can rename this field and use it for like something like color. So I can use it to represent the attributes of the products that in my business, it makes a difference. And I can also add more columns by typing in, cell here and here and here, if I have more things to track at the product level. Now let's go on to the customer list. It's similar where we are tracking customers. So I have entered about 11 customers here. I've entered the name, I've entered the billing address, and also the contact information for those customers. You can enter more columns. You can rename this column once again, just like the product sheet. Now let's do an initial setup of the quote sheet. Before we go and create actual quote, the first thing you need to do is to set this up so that it meets your business needs. You change your picture first for the logo and pick a logo image from your computer, and then you will replace the logo. And then your customer, before we go into that, take a look at the columns you have here. Does this meet your needs? For example, the product ID, product description, unit of measurement, quantity of the items, discount, the price of each item, whether it's taxable, what's the amount before tax. You can also change it to amount after tax. So if this order looks good to you, then we're okay. I'll later come back to how you can change it if you need to, but look at the columns and make sure that it meets your needs. Put in the tax rate. If in your business, every quotation is going to have a same tax rate, let's say I'm going to put 10%, I'm going to put 10%. And then any standard notes or comments that you want to have in your quotation, this may be like, thanks for placing this request for quotation, and we hope that this meets your needs. Please give us a call if you have any questions. This quotation is valid for so many days, whatever. Anything that you want to communicate, you have this option to enter them in the notes column. Now, once you have done this, one more thing. So currency. If you are using it in a business where you want to display the currency in the quotation, so let's do Control G, choose CURR, and now you'll see that automatically it picks up those columns where dollars or currency is going to be formatted. So I've selected them now. I do Control 1, and now I can go in and change this to any currency I would like. Let's say I'm just going to stick with dollars here, hit OK. Now the currency has been applied. We don't see anything because we haven't entered any data, but that completes our initial quotation setup. It didn't take that long. We set enter the products, enter the customers, looked at the quotation and customized it to fit our needs. So that completes the initial setup. Now it's time for us to go and create an actual quotation. So I'm going to right click on this sheet, do move or copy. I will click on move to end, create a copy, hit OK. So now it actually has created a new quotation. And so I'm going to call this is, let's say this is going to be my first quote. I'm going to call it quote underscore 1, or you can actually just call 1. This is our first quotation. Now in here, I am ready to enter my information. The instructions are here on the right side. You would just want to enter the quote number. This is 1. I will enter the name of the customer to whom we are sending the quotation to, and the contact information of that customer will appear automatically. If you don't want the phone number here, if I want the email, I just change it like that. So it's very, very flexible. Each quotation you can change it, what you want to display there. I'm just going to leave it as phone. Now I can go to the date and enter the date here, Feb 15th, 2021. And the quotation is valid until March 15th, 2021. And then now I'm ready to enter the items in my quotation. So I go in here and I can choose the product ID. Let's say I choose 2. This means it is a cool rings of this. So maybe I want the name of that to appear. So I can change it to name. So it'll say Coke. And the next item would be number 4, cleaning material, tissue paper. And again, you can adjust the column widths as you need so that overall everything looks good printable, but you can adjust it if you need to. And then now I'm going to enter the quantity. This doesn't get automatically populated. These two got automatically populated, but the quantity I need to enter. How many units of this cool drink bottles that I'm going to be. So I'm going to say 5, and you will see that 5 times 5, because 5 is the unit price for that item. So 5 times 5 is 25. And then let's say this is 2 tissue paper rolls, then it becomes 2 times 4 is 8. Now these are taxable. These are amount before tax I'm displaying. And then the discount amount, let's say I want to give $1 discount for this each item here on the cool drinks, the first line item. Now everything becomes 5 times 4 is 20. So because we have given a discount, now the price has gone to 4. Now, if I want to display the amount after tax, I can go and do amount after tax, and you will see that the 10% tax has been added here. So that's how the template is so flexible, and you can customize it. At the bottom, you see the subtotal. Before tax is 28, and then there's a 10% tax, and then there's a total amount including tax there. And if I want to give a discount of, let's say, $2, then you will see that it'll get deducted. I can also change it to discount percent and say I want to give discount of another 10%. I have to enter them in decimal, so 0.1 is 10%. So now it'll apply that to the subtotal plus tax, and then finally it comes in here. If I want to add any other charges, maybe there's another $5 charge on top of it, I can do that. So very, very flexible. If I don't want it, I delete them, it goes away. So it's super, super flexible. If I want to leave it in there and say there's no other charges, that works as well. And then you can update the notes, as I said before, and then everything else at the bottom is the contact information that will automatically get populated. So now you have a quotation with the clear quotation number, the details of the quotation, and the date when you're issuing it, and the date when the quotation will expire or will become invalid. So all of that is ready, and now you can just do Control P, and it's going to show you in a printable page format. It's all print ready. So now you can print it, or you can actually export it into a PDF and then share with your customers by email, send a PDF. Always make sure that you save a copy of PDF in your for your local computer or in your cloud drive or OneDrive, where you can actually refer back to later. This is very, very recommended for record keeping purposes. So that's what this template does. So you can now we have created one quote. I can go back to the quote sheet, and then now I can do a move or copy, and I can do move to end, create a copy, and now it's going to create another one. I'm just going to do 2. And then if I want, I can just change it to quote number 2, put in the date, maybe this is for a different customer, everything. And now if I want to create a third one, I go to quote sheet again, and then I do move or copy, create a copy, move to end. Now, you guessed it, we're going to rename it 3, and I'm going to enter this as a third quote. So by this way, the original quote sheet is the master sheet. Now, anytime when we copy that over, it's going to create a new one, and now you can actually rename it and enter the data into those sheets, and then export or print or export to PDF as needed. So that's pretty simple. That's how the template works. Any number of quotations in the same Excel file, and if the file becomes big after you use it for 1 or 2 years, or depending on how many quotes you generate every month, then you're welcome to save the whole file and start from a blank original template for the new calendar year. Even then, you will only have maximum a few files to manage rather than everything all in separate Excel files. So I hope this template is helpful to keep things simple and efficient in your business when you're creating quotations. We look forward to your feedback on whether this template is useful or how you think we can make this more useful to a lot more people. I look forward to your feedback, and until I see you in the next Tuesday's video, thank you very much for watching.